We have some huge breaking news that I'm going to actually process in real time with you because it's all just hitting and it's pretty significant. So, within the last few hours, the FDA stopped recommending the COVID vaccine boosters for most Americans. This is a big deal, and it's a seismic shift in what we have been recommending and how we've been approaching these COVID vaccines. Is it perfect? Let's find out. Vinay Prasad said, "This is a restoration of trust. It's bringing us back to evidence." In a paper that was just published today in the New England Journal of Medicine, Martin Makary, the commissioner of the Food and Drug Administration, and Vinay Prasad, the newly appointed head of the FDA's vaccine division, have unveiled a new policy in which the government will no longer recommend COVID booster shots for healthy Americans ages 64 and younger. They should have never been recommended. They should have never, ever been recommended. ABC News just reported the FDA sets new requirements for COVID vaccines. Annual COVID-19 shots for healthy younger adults and children will no longer be routinely approved under a major new policy shift unveiled today by the Trump administration. Top officials for the FDA laid out new requirements for access to yearly COVID shots, saying they'll continue to use a streamlined approach that would continue offering them to adults 65 and older, as well as children and younger adults with at least one health problem that puts them at higher risk. The FDA framework now urges companies to conduct large, lengthy studies before tweaked vaccines can be approved for healthier people. I don't know what tweaked vaccines means. ABC, maybe a different word would have been better on that. My initial reaction to this is, why are we still recommending them to kids who have health issues? That to me is a huge red flag. So, I mean, it's good that we're saying that COVID shots for healthy younger adults and children will no longer be routinely approved, but they're going to continue to use this streamlined approach now for adults 65 and older, as well as children and younger adults with at least one health problem. So like our most vulnerable who have health problems, that doesn't make any sense to me. Step forward, and that's a step back. In addition, and this is the Free Press reporting on this, as of today, the COVID vaccine manufacturers like Moderna and Pfizer will have to conduct trials to prove that their updated vaccines offer clinical benefits such as fewer symptoms, hospitalizations, or deaths. Previously, pharmaceutical companies only had to show that their updated booster shots produced antibodies. That less rigorous standard will still apply for people 65 and older and the immunocompromised. So until today, the US government recommended 6-month-old infants get a COVID vaccine. That is crazy. I cannot believe we were still doing this for this long. The FDA now limits it to 65 plus and those at high risk of serious illness. So obviously we're shifting from being a complete freak show on this issue to reining it in somewhat. I still don't understand the carving it out for the immunocompromised. Maybe someone in the comments can talk to that, because to me that just seems insane. Also, the new guidelines explicitly recommend COVID-19 vaccines and boosters for pregnant women. Excuse me, what? Okay, we're going to go into this a little bit. Pregnant women among the high-risk groups prioritized for vaccination under the updated guidelines. It also recommends COVID vaccines for people with cancer, diabetes, asthma, Down syndrome, depression. What? I'm looking at the CDC 25 list of underlying medical conditions that increase a person's risk of severe COVID-19. And in that, we definitely have pregnancy and recent pregnancy. So there's a lot of celebration on this, but then has anyone actually looked at the list of what this actually shows? Because to me, it's missing the mark, y'all. We have asthma, cancer, chronic kidney disease, cystic fibrosis, gestational diabetes, heart conditions. So heart conditions, we're still going to keep on recommending the COVID vaccine to people with heart conditions, mental health conditions, neurological conditions. We're still recommending it. I don't understand why we're saying that this is a huge win. U.S. regulators say that the annual COVID-19 shots for healthy younger adults and children, this is the Associated Press, will no longer be routinely approved. Companies that want to market their vaccines to those Americans will need to conduct large new studies. That's the win. Okay, but it should have been overall. There shouldn't have been a carve out for 65 plus and sick kids. And if you're pregnant, you can still go line up for the COVID vaccine. That's pretty much the breaking news, you guys, right now. We're going to continue to follow this story as it develops, and I will read through the whole published article, and I'll drop some of the data and information below. If you've already looked into this, comment below with your thoughts, and it's okay to be critical, even if your party is the one that's in power, because they're not going to get everything right. So let me know, are you celebrating, or are you cautious? Or are you where I'm at right now, where you're looking at this and saying, excuse me, what are we doing here? Let me know.